fishies! Let's go to this one. Yeah, no, that's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be like some kind of weird animation that actually said, oh yeah, cool, it worked. Just, you know, a new kind of transition or something. Cool. Oh, yo, this is like an elevator. Oh, neat.
Are we done here?
Yeah.
Activate the clamor, please.
Sure thing.
God, they're just so mad at each other. Oh, can we ascend? Yo. Oh, no, I probably won't work. We're probably at the top. Hello? Go! Mush! Oh.
Take a seat and we'll be on.
Mush! There we go. Oh, there we go. There's the...
Have we figured out what happens when we die yet? Is that even possible? Is there some kind of afterlife? Do you think my place is taken?
I love this.
The real me died like 100 years ago. Is there still room for me? What about the Simon I killed at Omicron? What do you think, Catherine? Is there a heaven full of redundant copies of the same people? Is there someone up there who called me an imposter? It's dumb luck, right? I woke up in the right body. I basically flipped a coin, and if I had called the wrong side, I'd be rotting away at Omicron. I mean, there's nowhere to know, right? You didn't hit the make sure Simon wakes up in the right body switch, did you? Not that you would know. I mean, he would still claim to be the right Simon. Christ. This is awful. We did an awful fucking thing. And you wouldn't mind? Why would you? How could you know that it's not me, the me that I am, the same that I've always been?
I love it.
Please say something.
Oh, so good.
I don't want to think. Please.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to upset you.
Say anything.
When I was little, I used to climb the stairs all the way to the top of the building. And I could still feel how I had to, you know, tuck my arms so I could push the heavy steel door open. Well, the first time that I dared go up there, I stepped out onto the roof and watched the smog rise and fall over Taipei. I got all the way up to the corner ledge and, you know, I felt the warm wind in my hair and the sun was setting and the streets below were shadowed by the tall buildings. The people pushing through the crowd flowed like paint from an artist's brush. Street food vendors filled the air with aromas of all my favorite foods. For a brief moment, I felt connected to the world in a way that I never had before. It was the most profound feeling of comfort and sense of belonging I could ever hope for. I really never felt the same way again, but I went up to the roof many times after. I'm not religious, but I can see why people would be. The privilege of being makes a strong case, at least every once in a while.
Do you still feel that sense of awe? Even like this?
Things are different, but we're still here.
What's the point of going on? Everyone's gone. All the people still left are digital copies trapped in computers at the bottom of the sea. We'll never be able to rebuild or reclaim what we were.
Are you really so unhappy being what you are, or is this about the man who went for a scan 100 years ago?
Both, I guess. When I was back in Toronto, even the worst case, the darkest futures I could predict, they at least included my previous life somehow. I feel so uprooted. There's nothing here that I recognize, nothing that makes me feel like I belong. Even if we make it to the Ark, would it be any different? I'd still be alone. No friends. No family.
You could make new friends. I'm sure everyone would like to know the time traveler. If not, you still have...
Kath? Hello, Catherine. What happened?
Oh, I have so much to say. Oh, I have so much to talk about. Okay, so first of all... First of all, bioluminescent animals are cool as shit. We still have John Cena. Get out of here, Reefly. You ruined the moment. So, okay, so I don't want to get into a religious debate or anything, because God knows YouTube and everywhere in the internet isn't good for that. But it's so cool to think the idea of multiple yous, multiple selves, that are, in fact, you. Again, you with different thoughts, eventual different feelings, same memories, but a different perspective on life. Now that idea of copying, and if there is some sort of after, what happens? Do the rules apply? Since you're machine, do you not matter? I mean, looking at a strict sense, if you're looking at major religions, then probably, yeah, it wouldn't count. But that's the thing. To these people, or to these robots, these beings, Catherine and Simon, they're both as real human as the Simon from 100 years ago, and that's what she was getting at. And that's what Simon was getting at. He's saying, do you still feel awe? And that's a major point. Humans are distinct and interesting in a way that they do feel awe. It's incredible. I mean, this is such a good story. Now, again, you may get bogged down with the writing, and it is a little overly complex, yeah, but looking at it from surface value, like looking at it just like what it is, it's a story of finding yourself. And finding yourself when you're not yourself. What are the repercussions of being a copy? It's awesome. It's awesome. I'll work on getting a John Cena button, don't worry, I'll get one.
Hey, I know it's not much, but why have we stopped moving?
The power blacked out for a moment. Think it could be the atmospheric pressure. It's pushing pretty hard, really testing the limits of my suit.
Don't worry, it should hold.
Comforting.
It will hold.
Does time freeze when you're not powered?
Time feels omitted more than anything.
What's the difference?
I don't feel like I'm being held back or hindered. And I don't have the opportunity to reflect on the time I'm missing. It's simply missing.
Sounds like sleeping without the dreaming.
Or when you're drunk.
But generally you anticipate when you're about to sleep, and there's a natural continuation since we tend to wake up where we went to sleep. My experience is more like an ever-changing moment that never really seems to find closure.
Sounds kind of like a movie being edited live.
I suppose so. I guess it's...
Hang on, I'll get you in a second, Smokescreen. I have a good reply for that. Bit of a conversation going, hang on.
It's rough.
Could be worse. Could be a time traveler stuck in a body made from black goo.
Yeah, see you later, Lord Zed. Alright, before we hit something real quick, Smokescreen, I just want to pause this so I don't miss anything. Smokescreen, so if they're all copies, what makes them special? The reason they're special, that the Simon we were before, or the original Simon is Simon original. He was the human. That's what made him special. He thought and felt and experienced and grew and became and died and experienced death. What makes this Simon different is that he has new experiences. I mean, sure, he has the memories of previous Simon up to the point where it was, the snapshot was taken, but everything after that was his self. And I mean, it's kind of getting to a point where it's like philosophy, and I don't really want to get into philosophy too much, but it's like you are your experiences, basically. I mean, a lot of people might argue that, but what you do with your life and what you experience and who you talk with and what you see and everything, that defines you. And that's basically kind of what they're getting at, I'm thinking. And again, I have a problem with thinking way too deep into things, but I think that's what they're kind of getting at. And then with the complications of other Simon, so when our mind was snapshot sent into the other body, and then there was the Simon that we killed, it would have complicated things, because then we would have had two very similar thinking beings, but their thoughts at a point would clash. And they'd be like, well, I'm real because I'm me and I'm experiencing life. Or life. I mean, it's kind of weird because it's a robot. But then the other one would say, no, I was you a moment ago, but I'm here now. And the guy would have said, no, I woke up just now. It would have been really confusing. Very, very confusing. But I think that's probably the best takeaway, is that what makes them different? Experiences. What they can say defines them. Basically. And again, I'm probably way overthinking it, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah, kind of why every person's different. Same exact idea. Perfect. Perfect, Axel.
You did it! You did it! I will make preparations.
I did it! He's making preparations! What?
Oh, good, you're back.
What happened?
Something dropped onto the cage. Knocks you right out.
It spoke to me.
Looked like a man, one of WoW's creatures. It just stared at you for a moment, then threw itself down the abyss.
It said it would make preparations. I don't like the sound of that.
It was very strange. I thought it was going to kill you for sure. I'm glad it didn't.
Yeah, me too.
That was the guy that's been talking to us ever since we got into Omicron.
Looks like we're
Omicron, or whatever it's called.
Floor.
Good, not sure the climber can take it much longer. Okay, so this is the Omega Sector. It's about an acre of the abyssal plant used by Pathos 2. I expect we'll have to do some walking before we reach town.
You haven't been here before?
I did it! Yay!
The other you has been here. We're following your little footsteps, Cat.
When I had footsteps,
You could still be down here somewhere, technically.
don't remind me, freaks me out.
Yo. See, that's the weird part. That's the really weird part. We could find her dead body here. And that's why earlier I thought that we found it, but we didn't. That'd be weird, man. Okay, open the door. Thank you. Open. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Open. Open sesame. Oh my god. Frames. They're dying. Where are you going, Frames? You guys might not see me. You probably don't see the frame drop for me. Every time we get into a new area, it usually chugs along for a minute, and then frames drop or pick back up to 60. What the f— Yeah, I want to go in here. This looks safe. Thank you. I'm gonna shut that behind me. Okay. You gonna put this thing away now? It's gonna hold it there? Sure, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind it being there, buddy. You can keep it there. So we are 4 kilometers underwater now. Didn't realize there was thunder underwater. Oh, you know, probably it's just the shifting of tectonic plates, probably. If anything. It's really foggy, though.
Tao? Come in, Tao. Please answer, Tao. Nothing. It's to do. Let's move out. We'll try the next one.
What about this? Yay? Nay? Nay. Yo, more bioluminescent animals. Hey there, Mr. Squid and Jellyfish. I wish I had bioluminescence. Oh, and earlier, someone asked if I was a robot, what kind of powers would I have? I would have, probably the ability to see really far. I think it'd be cool. And probably rockets, like, flying, because that'd be cool too. Iron Man style, like, pff. I think that'd be really cool.